again, way back in 1987. 4 years ago, the seniors first walked in this door right here. Amazing things transformed as they walked through these doors. Young boys and girls, junior high boys and girls, turned into men and women. Looking here on the left is the student council with Tammy Mueller, Monty Wentz is vice president, Nathan Gully secretary, John Dietrich treasurer. Student of the month for May, Nancy Letourneau. National Honor Society with Bob Kraft as president, Nathan Cully as co-president, Rebecca Swenson, secretary, and Tammy Mueller is historian, and along with 24 or so other members. The 1990 National Merit Semifinalist with Jeff Walker and the commended student, Bob Kraft. Concordia High School, we're proud that the dropout rate is 2.4%, the graduation rate is 93.3%, daily student attendance at 96.3%, and the daily teacher attendance is 97.7%, and 44.8% are on the honor roll. The school goals this year have been consistently apply school rules, avoid disruptions in learning time, open the channels of communication. A new program was started this year called the Renaissance Program, in which success is required. The gold card winners, with which there was 33 of them, the red card winners, 84, and the white card winners, 126. 1991 was a very successful year for the Panthers, as they took home a lot of trophies. We'll start over here with the 1991 debate Class 4A state runner-up. Move to the 1991 regional wrestling trophy, as the Panthers took first. The 1991 wrestling NCKO League championship. Moving down a little bit, we have the first place team at the Colby Eagle Invitational. The 19 Phillipsburg High School Classic Wrestling Tournament, where the Panthers took first. They took second place at the Oberlin Invitational, and second place at the Beloit Invitational Tournament. Also, the 1991 champions of the Regional Scholars Bowl, and then the 1991 champions of the Regional Debate in Class 4A.
ID.
Where was it, Dave, where Kyle and Danielle usually made out? Was it back here in the corner?
They're back in the dark corner.
Back in the corner, or was that Aaron and Stacy?
Had to be one of the
Had to
four.
be one of them here.
Hey, there's some of the seniors. Yeah.
Come on, Brian, the old brother. Right there. It's on the way to the office.
What are you doing? Yeah. Come on, Coach.
Hey, Coach.
Was this last state review yet?
Yeah.
Here's the band back in 1987.
Right. They never improved considerably since then.
This is what it used to be like.
The winningest
Correct.
track coach in Concordia's history.
You guys must be in trouble for stuff to put on your reel.
We got him right here. It's live.
He's still smiling today anyway. Is there anything you'd like to say to your classmates?
I'd like to say,
Later.
yeah, that's what I'd like to say.
Come on, Lee. Come talk to us.
I'm not going to say anything.
No,
man.
I don't know.
I'm out of here.
What did you find out? I don't know what I did wrong.
Ron, if we get some close-ups, and they'll talk to us.
Dad, this is Randy.
Oh, hi, Sandy. I didn't know who you were.
Anything that you seniors want to say for posterity here that
I don't have anything to say.
There's the grump right there.
everyone recognizes this fellow?
In terms of how we'll go out, what I would like to do is stay within the same line. Choir members come to the front of the line. Okay, so do that now. I try to see if we have to have an equal number. Other than that, the same thing.
Hey, I like this idea.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. It's like we worked on it. Okay, choir people, very important because this will be different than commencement. There are 10 of you, I believe, if I count it right. Look right across you girls. What you need to do is, as we march in, you're going to be paired off. Now, this will be a little bit different with the choir people. Once we get in there, and after the invocation, you're going to go up on stage, perform, and then come back. So that's why you'll be on the first two rows. All right, Brandon, Gwen, right here, I see. We will For instance, row 1, row 2, row 3. In a sense, you're going to go every other one as you fill it up. You just alternate. Got that? So if this group's coming in and filling up the first one, this one's filling up row 2. Very important time for it. More so than it is about whether commencement's inside or not. Those of you that have been involved in drama, band, or choir know that in May it's going to be very, very hot in the auditorium. Now, the good thing is auditorium is very short term. So that's not 30 minutes. So that's not very long. The bad part is those doors will be open. Now listen up, this is very important. With the doors and windows will be open to get a draft going through. You cannot talk in that hallway. Any of you been to a drama play know one kid out in the hallway making very little noise sounds like an army. And all that noise as you're marching in, the other half of you're talking, stomping around, you won't be able to hear the music. It'll just distract from the whole thing. And we'll remind you of that, but even whispers echo throughout that hallway. So very important during battle noise that you bring quiet. Primarily important because one, I think you got outside the forecast, so it's good. Even in the hallway, because that's the instrument when you can't hear. Hear that's not the case. And it really distracts the ceremony if you're out there talking. There's no one inside can hear. Okay? What we're going to do, we're going to march in all the time, go over with you the agenda for PowerPoint, and then we have some math we'll do in there. So, Brandon, who's going to take this side? You are?
We'll get half of them each way.
Say something. You gotta say something. I did already. I said, what's his favorite? Well, we're already on there. We're not
To who?
To the whole class. Spread it out a little.
How about you?
Me?
Yes.
How will everyone's getting nice?
From nothing to no one.
Who? Clint. What do you have to will today? Your Pepsi? The Bob?
Thanks. I'm just kidding.
Ray. Hey. What do you got to will today, Ray?
Mine?
Matt?
Well, give us some words of wisdom.
School's out tomorrow. End of the week.
What would you like to tell all underclassmen right now?
Get out while you can.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's a tough one. Get out while you can.
Ability for
Tell me Nikki, Matt. Well, we gotta go. Train's leaving. See you later.
Senior year's the best.
Fix them later.
Don't work too hard. Yeah.
Joe, give us your favorite joke.
It's hard to think on. What?
You just can't think of it.
I can't think of a joke.
These cameras.
senior year.
Okay.
That's the best year. You never have to know that.
Schedule Nathan.
Nathan. What was your most fun time in high school? Right now. Right. Jeff, who is your least favorite teacher?
No such thing?
What was your least favorite class, Monty, in all of high school?
This is our second year, Peter. Just kidding. There were reruns at this graduation. Reruns. Check it out, man. It's a rerun. Look, kid.
Clint, have you been mean to any dogs lately?
Lunch. It's the only thing we know how to do. It's the only thing we're passing.
Any words for the juniors and sophomores coming up?
Don't do it. That means you can say on the camera.
Dreaded den of Mr. Watson and Mr. Peterson and that dreaded lioness from South America, Rosa.
Hello.
All right, Rosa, we want to know just who the worst kids, who spent the most time in here.
Oh, I have several of them. I cannot pinpoint any one of them.
Oh, let's just make up some names, Rosa. Let's be generous here. Just name
let's
names.
go with Becca Swenson.
Hey, start with Becca Swenson.
No, I see her only just a few times in here. Most of the kids were pretty good, I would say, most of them. There are some days that are more hectic than the other ones, but overall, I think we all survived for 4 years together.
She just will not name names, Dave. Shall we start naming names for her, or do we know that her problem? Harriet?
Of course, we have Larson and Adams.
Adams, Pearson, Sherwood, Hugans. We all know those are real problems, along with Agason, Dunlap.
There's a Walker and a Wilcox and Hosey.
Obviously, a lot of people spend a lot of time in here, and right now, doing detention, we ought to mention this, sitting right here around here, doing detention, probably due to the fault of Erin Larson. But there she is, doing detention, right there, Stacy Henry.
Smile, Stacy. She thinks she can hide behind this newspaper. We know she can't read, though. Miss Nevins.
My son needs to go home to pick up a book.
There's Mrs. Laws. She's
Everyone's favorite English
Oh,
teacher.
okay. Thank you so much.
She did her disappearing act.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and sign out, and I'll give you town card. We'll see.
Thank you all.
place all the students.
Well, I tell you this.
Here they are. Here they are, the two
Incriminating
plotting, scheming
evidence.
teachers
Yeah,
right here.
incriminating evidence.
We're working our way now down to the student or the teacher's lounge that all the kids want to know what really goes on in the teacher's lounge, and we're going to show them.
I'm glad I'm not in there.
Me too.
Any words of wisdom for the seniors?
Not me.
Good
Goodbye. They're bailing out of there. Look at them leave. I don't know.
Nobody in here. Oh, yes, there is. We caught one.
We caught one.
We caught one. Two. There's Judy. Mrs. Zimmerman, Mr. Kraft.
What's going on here?
Any words of wisdom for the seniors?
Well, good luck, I guess.
Glad they're gone?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Mrs. Zimmerman.
My words of wisdom. Well, I made it through government. I know this Eric boy that has his locker by my room. I'll be glad when he's gone.
Okay, thank you a lot.
Thank you.
Working Don.
Check on Mrs. Shock.
Any words of wisdom today
Yes, no.
for the seniors?
Tell
For
them
the
to go
seniors.
play in traffic.
Hey, Dave. Again.
Go outside and hug somebody. always wanted to get into the girls' locker room. Here it is. This is it, guys. We're rounding the corner. Voila, the girls' locker room. And in just a minute, we'll be entering the showers. There it is, guys. Your dream is fulfilled. The girls' shower room. Boy, aren't you sorry you missed this before now? Sure. Yeah. What? That is a positive mental attitude.
And the hair dryer.
Boys' locker room. I know this is what you've been waiting on. There's a bunch of kids coming in, maybe.
Hey.
Here's the boys' shower. Now we're out in the typing room. For the business class. Probably by the time you could watch this for a class reunion, this will be totally out of date.
The halls are pretty quiet this morning here at CHS.
Here comes the coach.
We'll know if you have any words of wisdom for the seniors this year.
Money.
Do you have any words of wisdom for this year's seniors?
3 days, don't screw it up.
Mr. Barnhart,
Morning.
have you got any words for the seniors this morning?
Well, hope that they're careful.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Freeman walked on by.
Yeah. Spit it out. We'll get him. Yeah. Got any good words of wisdom for the seniors?
Yeah, stay out of trouble.
Don't jog too much?
Yeah. You see who you are with the game. Oh, yeah.
I'll stop now.
The whole length?
Yeah, you want
Walk down the whole length?
Hey, hey, no. Did you hear that buckwheat went Islamic? They call him cream of wheat now.
Say hi, Mr. Axton. Come out here and say hi to Mr. Axton with me. Okay, hi, Mr. Axton.
Megan, speak.
Sorry, I couldn't think of that joke. Yeah, they are. Oh, yes, they are.
You went, buddy. You went.
Locker inspection, guys.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, I got my card. There we go. Now come over here. Yeah, come over here. This is nice. What's wrong, Nick?
He's got to start getting that camera away.
Because I got to talk to you about something.
Four underclassmen. They got to come back to this place next year.
words of wisdom to the seniors?
Words of wisdom to the senior right. Hang on and they'll make it.
Room, the home of the king, Mr. Meisel.
Oh, you think so, huh? Okay. What the seniors have done since they've been here, right?
Correct.
All right. When they were freshmen, they brought home this one. This is first place from Worlds of Fun. And it's a little dusty now. They were the best band in their class there. It's the first time Concordia had ever gotten a 1 at Worlds of Fun, let alone win. When they were juniors, they brought home this trophy from Colorado Springs as the best in their class, first place. And that year they played Niles Dance, I think, or something like that. And then when they were seniors, they brought this one home. That's this year. And that's first place in Class 2A. They were also involved in state contests. They also played twice at KMEA, once in 1988, once in 1990. These 4 are theirs, 1 for each year, for having a superior rating at contest. They're probably one of the strongest classes of students we've had since I've been here, and I'd like to keep all of them 1 more year, at least. Anyway, it's been fun.
Who are the troublemakers?
Oh, golly. There's so many of them, it's hard to tell. No, not really. It's been a really good class. These are the kind of kids that you hate to see leave. You'd like to have a whole band full of students like this. Then it would really be fun. Anyway,
Any words of wisdom for them in the future?
I hope they keep playing in college or in a community band or something, you know. use all this talent they have, and I hope it's been enjoyable. I know I yell a lot at them, but it's still enjoyable to have them in class, even though we yell and I'm temperamental and stuff. Anyway, I hope they have fond memories and they come back and visit and have some nice feelings about their participation in band before the high school. They helped make it what it is. And it's one of the best now.
And thank you, Mr. Meisel. In the fall of 1990, this is where it all started. Panther football, Harold M. Clark Stadium. The 1990 and 91 sports season have been broadcast on our local radio station by two of Concordia's favorite announcers. Here they are, above the home of the Panther sign. Let's go listen to what they have to say about.
All right, Jerry, I tell you what, doesn't it just get the blood pumping right up here watching? You know, it's like we were right back watching us get our butt trounced by Chapman, but then coming back and beating Nickerson and watching us kick all those extra points and field goals. Boy, doesn't that just get you going?
Just to sit here and reflect, Loren, about all the records that were made during this past season with the extra points and the field goals. You remember the one game, and I believe it might have been the Chapman game. We had an opportunity to score in that, and it probably would have been a high school record of maybe even 75 yards, but just veered off to the left. We really had a tough season in that respect in kicking the field goals and everything.
We really did. Of course, we weren't really sure, Jerry, were we trying to kick field goals or punts? What were we trying to do?
Drop kicks?
Drop kicks. Maybe that was we're
Seriously, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure for Loren and I to be involved with doing the broadcasting for you guys over the last couple of years, and particularly this last season, 90 and 91. It really has been a joy to be around all the young men and all the young ladies that I know you're graduating this year, and by the time that you've seen this, you will have graduated, and we certainly want to extend our congratulations to you. But it's been a fabulous football season, and we're going to take this portion and reflect back on it. But this was a year that had a lot of high expectations in it, Loren, and I know that the goals that the young men had set for themselves, and there was a lot of seniors out this year. There were 17, if I remember, and that's a lot of seniors to have out on one team in any one year.
And Jerry, I think they really showed their leadership. The one thing I'll never forget, on the very first game when we traveled to Marysville, and I'm sure the guys all remember it was so damn hot. I think it was 108 during the day, and at game time on the field, I believe with the thermometer it was around 98 degrees, and we were saying all along the team that was in the best shape, the kids who were the toughest and wanted the most would win that ball game, and we did on a very well-coached, good football team, and I think that started off the whole season. And then to come back here and have the what do you call it, the thing out here in the parking lot, the tailgate party. And get it kicked off. It was so exciting being up here in this press box and watching these kids, everybody from Nathan Sherwood on down the whole line, and watching just a tremendous football team and guys kids that we knew. It was great to be a part of it.
Well, I think that's something, you mentioned something there that we need to talk about, the fact that certainly there's a lot of the senior kids that we don't know as well as we do some other ones, and some that we're very, very close to with a lot of friendship relationships, and we really have enjoyed that and appreciated that opportunity to be that close to you and to watch you grow and develop and build the skills that you have. Something that we talked about all year long, and we've talked throughout the entire season. And Loren, you've already mentioned it once, but I do want to really take a moment to spend some time on this and talk about the senior leadership. because that's something that was displayed very, very early on, not only in football, but in volleyball, basketball, wrestling, in track season, even in the other minor sports, the tennis, volleyball, all of those areas. The senior leadership was there, and that's something that when we had an opportunity to talk about that on the broadcast, we certainly wanted to take that advantage of it and do so, because you know, every coach, and I think in every team, is looking for the opportunity for the kids to display their senior leadership and to provide that experience and that confidence to the younger kids. And this group of seniors, hey, my hat is off to you. You did an excellent job.
That's right, and I think you guys have got a big step forward in the life going ahead when you've been able to take that leadership and go with it, and I think that's real important. I think one thing, Jerry, that for these seniors maybe didn't know, that we're fortunate enough after the ball games to be invited out to some coach's place or something where we got to watch the game again. Now, to me, that was half the fun, to see if you guys really, how bad you did screw up in certain cases, and how bad you, and how
or
good,
how well they played,
or how well you played. Just sitting down, I can remember one play in particular that, Jerry, do you remember the handoff to the right side to Kyle Adams, right down here on the 30-yard line, when he took off, broke off tackle, cut it up to the left side, cut back across the green, made a cut into the end zone. I don't think I'll ever forget that play. It was beautiful.
Beautiful play that it was, but however it went for naught, and that was against Chapman. That was against Chapman. We talked about then at that time, and I think a lot of people did it. Had that score been able to stand and be on the board, that might have been a different story between us and Chapman.
That could have
But
been.
we ended up with a 5-4 season, a winning record, and something that the young men, now they wanted to do very much, and that was one of their key goals, but they also wanted to run in contention for the league, and up until the last couple, 3 games they did. But I do want to mention the Superior game. I know you guys weren't prepared for that one.
That's right. We can't forget that. Guys, that was terrible, and don't you ever forget it. The rest of them were great, though. And Coach Cully, the whole group of coaches, I thank you.
Well, Loren, here we are again down on the track and talking about track and field, and we hate to be jumping around because you don't jump from football right into track season, but we had this opportunity to be down here while the young men are working out and getting prepared for their regional meet coming up this Friday. And when you see this tape, you'll have already ran that. Hopefully all of you qualified for state. I have had an opportunity to be involved and discuss this with Coach Bauman and the rest of the coaches throughout the track season. And it has been fun. It's particularly for me to be around it because this was my forte in high school, and we're talking some 23 years ago. And on this very track, not the same kind of service, but on this very track, I spent 4 years out here doing a lot of running as well, and I had a great time at it. And I know that these young men and young women have too here during their 4 years of participating in Concordia High School. It's been fun to watch them. They really have. You talk about a work ethic, and I think that is something that's become very clear with all of the kids, in all the sports they've been involved in, but particularly in track, because it's such an individual thing that comes together and meshes as a team, and they really have been able to do it.
I think the biggest thing that I've just been able to watch is, I haven't seen that many, but is how the kids progress throughout the season. Everybody seems to be getting better and better and better, as you hope you would, but they really are coming in and seeing here in the last week in the league meet was some of the best performances ever put on. And again, we have just some outstanding athletes. What more can you say about Aaron Marsden?
I'm surprised we're not being stuck with a javelin here now. I'm kind of looking for it to come flying all the way up here from the practice field as far as those guys throw, because that's something that we do have to mention, and we want to talk about that. Aaron Larson and, of course, the junior Brandon Rood with such national acclaim. And right now, at the current time, as we speak, Aaron Larson is ranked 3rd in the nation behind a kid from Pennsylvania, behind a kid from Oregon. And I still may be speaking a little bit out of turn because the regional meet will have passed when you are watching this videotape and maybe heading on to the state with a new record, and hopefully that's true. But to Aaron particularly, I want to say thank you and Godspeed in your endeavor in college as you go on to Kansas State University, because you certainly have made a name for yourself here at Concordia High School and for this community.
Yeah, too bad it couldn't have happened to a nicer kid, though. I mean, he's a roommate of Kyle Adams, going to be, and that's bad. You know that.
Well, cows walking by as we say that, but it's really, again, has been an exciting part of our life to be involved with these young people as they have participated in track and field, and certainly they have displayed the kind of success here physically and their mental toughness as well, and their senior leadership again. And we just can't fail to mention that each and every time.
And a good group of coaches. I'm sure the kids will remember all the coaches. Coach Bauman, of course, Coach Brocious, Coach Walker.
Loren, here we are in the wrestling room, and this is a room that I know that you spent a lot of time in years past, but you know, there's something about this room that just has a smell of its own, doesn't it?
It does, man. The smell of success is the only thing. It's kind of like, like a feedlot. Everybody says it smells like money, and maybe this is a smell of success in here. I don't know, but it definitely does, Jerry. 57 straight duels, 6 straight league championship, a streak that doesn't look like it's going to be broken. This doesn't include the junior high that have won several. And here again this year, the senior leadership. We've talked about it before in this thing, but it was again here evident with 7 seniors and just tough competitors.
It certainly was, and more importantly, one of those seniors came away with the state championship, and just seconds away and just inches away from having 4 straight, which would have been unprecedented. And as a matter of fact, it was unprecedented that John Dong was in the state championship finals 4 consecutive years.
Tremendous performance by John Dong.
You did that on the air.
I think so. I think one of the thrills we had, was to go down to the state championship and watch that. That was quite a sight. But it's fun, Jerry. I just want to mention one thing, because I think the guys will go along with this. You've got to give a lot of credit here to Coach Moore and Coach Sherwood, because they will not accept mediocrity. You will be a winner if you wrestle for them, and they expect a lot, and they make these kids produce.
This has been a program that's had such tremendous commitment and involvement for a long, long time with kids wrestling, and these kids that have benefited from it from this year and in recent years have been involved in kids wrestling for the last 10 or 12 years. And obviously, when you have that kind of commitment and that kind of dedication, coupled with a couple of coaches, like you said, that do not accept mediocrity in any aspect of their coaching technique for what they expect the kids to do, certainly it spells success, and Concordia Wrestling for the last 10, 11 years has enjoyed tremendous success.
The one thing that I do remember, and this is kind of maybe off just a little bit, we talked about John Dong, Joe Friedburn, Chris Delforge, Nathan Sherwood, all these guys, Heath Trost, the seniors that went on. But one of the most highlights to me, and I thought it was the greatest thing I've ever seen, was Eric Agason when he won the meet right out here in the gym, or won his match. It was his first match to win for the season, and the guys carried him off. And I think I thought that was great, man.
Well, it is, Nate, and something that maybe each and every team develops that, but certainly this wrestling team has developed a unity and a community spirit among themselves. And a lot of teams do that.
That's right.
Well, again, like you said, the senior leadership and the success that has been enjoyed here, and guys, we congratulate you on such a great year, and culminating that, we sincerely wish you a lot of luck as you go on, and some of you, I'm sure, will be going on to college wrestling, and hope you enjoy success there as well, and good luck to all of you.
We're moving on to basketball.
That's right. Give that up. This is really an easy ball game. Anybody can do that, right?
Well, we can do that. Probably anybody with any kind of skill could make that shot. This is an area that I guess that a lot of people recognize us by or remember us by as being here in the Concordia High School Gymnasium and many gymnasiums around the North Central Kansas League and around this North Central Kansas area. And certainly we feel very at home in gymnasiums talking about basketball. And this year, the 1990 and 91 season, there was a lot of high expectations for the boys basketball, and they certainly did not let us down. It had been, I believe, at least 5, 6 years since Concordia boys basketball had contended for a league title, and this year they did not really contend for it, but was right up there among the top and did finish second to a very good team, Abilene. And you know, with the kind of record they had on the season, you just have to say, guys, they did a fabulous job and really put in a lot of work.
I'll tell you what, just being in here and, you know, and the excitement we had, we were on the road for so long starting off, going to Beloit, you know, and winning that tournament, man, everybody was pumped. We then went down to Clay Center, wasn't it, and beat Clay Center, and then come back. No, then we went to Marysville. Whoa.
I don't think anybody will forget Marysville. I know that I won't. As a matter of fact, I almost lost my voice. You accused me of drinking something that I wasn't drinking.
All I know is it was so loud that, by the way, for everybody that doesn't know, other than our families, we always stand this way. I am always on Jerry's right. He's on my left because I can't hear out of this ear, but I can hear out of this one. He can't hear out of that ear, but can hear out of here. So as long as we're this way, we can hear each other just fine, except at Marysville.
Right, except at Marysville. We were about this close, too.
We were closer, just trying to hear each other because of the noise. I don't know how people could scream for that long, Jerry, for two basically dang near a game and a half.
And it really was. It's something that I have never been involved in doing a 4 overtime basketball game. I'm not sure that there was ever a 4 overtime game in the history of Concordia High School. There was that many. I know that there's been at least 2 before, but never 4, and that certainly was an exciting one. Concordia, the boys had the opportunity all the way down to the end to do that, except in the 4th overtime, and Marysville at home on their home floor obviously took over, and we got into foul trouble too.
We did, and we came down, but there in the 2nd overtime, I thought we were out of the ball game, and we come down, Kyle Adams just throws in a 3-pointer, and then comes around, steals the ball again, 7 seconds or something like that left. I thought we were clear out of it, steals the ball, puts it up and scores, and we tied the ball game. And then in the next period, I thought we had it won. We were up by 3-4, and this busman comes along and shoots a 80-foot guarded jump shot, and it's nothing but
right down the well, nothing but nylon on it.
But what a ball game.
That was certainly a ball game to remember, but what a season to remember for these young men. I believe the record were ending up 14-7 on the year, and going to the 2nd round of the sub-state. Of course, they had to play Ellsworth, the team that did make it to the semifinals of the state tournament at the Bicentennial Center, and an excellent ball team that they had was people that were going to go on and play major college basketball. But this group of young men really did put in the effort under the auspices of a new head coach, Coach Dick Schweitzer, and his new assistant Ron Johnson, and through their cooperation together, their coaching abilities and skill to get all these kids to come together in a cohesive unit, and they did. And again, they talk about that senior leadership and the 4 seniors on this team: Aaron Larson, Kyle Adams, Courtney Eukins, and Matt Hogan. And those young men really did display that confidence that carried on down through the rest of the.
One of the little things to remember again. I remember Courtney Eukins getting the ball here about 2nd quarter, about the 3rd game, and scoring and getting a rebound and scoring, and that made my whole evening for some. I was really cheering for Courtney. The other thing that Kyle Adams, Aaron Larson, hey, we expected it from these guys. They're good athletes, and we knew it. Matt Hosey was another one, though, I want to just mention just a little bit, because I think Matt...
Again today, record high readings all the way from the Great Lakes across to parts of New England. Lots of clouds around Kansas City.
Is to develop their skills and work very, very hard, and the work ethic that you displayed, not only in practice, but in the games, it really did show, and it proved it what you accomplished this year.
In the summer ball, they were playing.
Sure. I think we need to jump and talk about the ladies just a moment. The ladies certainly did not enjoy the kind of season that you had all hoped for, but just being out there and giving your effort each and every day in practice and coming out to the games and giving your all during those games, that was very, very important. And I guess to jump past the first portion of the season where the success was not realized. But when it began after the first of the year, up at Superior, and it came from a 9-point deficit down to win their first ball game.
And then the next ball game that they did win was in the last game of the Southeast Miscellaneous Tournament, coming from 15 or 16 points down to win that one by 3. And that gave the gals their 2 wins on the season. But back at home, after we had been on the road forever, and it seemed like we were, it seemed like we'd made the tour around the world here, we're coming back here to the Concordia High School gym in the second half of the season. But those last 5 ball games at home, the ladies almost put a win together against all very good North Central Kansas League opponents.
And they played hard the whole game, and I think that's something that for these, again, the seniors, we had a lot of problems with the seniors, obviously. You know, Tina Heist was hurt, and some of the others, just things didn't work out too well. But, you know, but the thing is, they always had their sense of humor, right? We know that. As I think Tina Heist, we need to know more about these cards that she got from Jennifer Wool. You know,
I don't think they were baseball trading cards, were they?
No, I don't think so. And that's from what we understand now. But I understand that Coach Arons got a lot of good off of these girls. I mean, in the girls before the games, talking about their boyfriends and how to handle them and so on. Coach Arons took a lot of notes, and I understand that it's helping.
These cards were in reference to what?
The Chippendales.
The Chippendales.
Yeah.
Well, you know, something that maybe a lot of people don't know, that before you and I became announcers, we were asked to interview for Chippendale.
We were.
But Coach Bowman so aptly told us we were rejects.
That's right. But no, the girls was a good basketball team. The volleyball team had a super year.
They did, and ladies and gentlemen, congratulations on your effort and just being you and the way that you represented yourselves. And here we are talking about the last few athletic events that a lot of the seniors were involved in throughout the 1991 season. I know that you mentioned a little bit about volleyball. We were talking about basketball, but we might talk about a little bit more about that again. The girls putting together an excellent season and winning the North Central Kansas League and making it all the way to the state tournament, where I'm sure that they felt like that their performance down there was a little bit lackluster. But certainly a lot of seniors involved in this year, and their leadership again really determined how far that volleyball team went.
They did, Jerry, and again, it's a lot in the coach. And Coach Kitchener, you know, she demanded a lot, and she made these girls perform. And then with these kind of girls that we had, Tina Heist, Michelle Wills, the seniors, Christy Burgess, these girls responded to that, and that you got to say that for the girls that are
Jennifer Wool. Again, a lot of seniors involved in that, and you know, it's something that we've mentioned throughout this entire opportunity to talk on videotape to all the seniors and to whoever's listening or watching, that the senior leadership, there is just no substitute for that. And to talk about what has happened throughout all the sporting events all year long, that seems to have been the one key element that has been present in each and every sport.
Well, it's so important because you have to have leaders, and the seniors have to come on, and it's no different in the life you're going on. You can't say, now I'm not a senior, I can sit back and relax, because you're going to have to be a leader all the way through, and that's why it's so important that seniors do step forward and take that leadership.
And that leadership carried right on into girls tennis in the fall. Danielle Lemel, a senior, making it, matter of fact, she was undefeated throughout most of the year and made it all the way to the state finals, and was beaten by a young lady who had won for 2 years previous running. So she went up against a very excellent together a great senior season. Sandy Larkins, also Tina Birchfield. They had very, very good season. Matter of fact, Sandy Larkins is going on to Todd County Community College to play tennis. And I think Tina Birchfield is going to try and walk on the team.
Well, I hope she can. And I think it's a credit to Coach Montoya, or is it?
Coach Montoya and Coach Jackson
Mitchell, that are doing a good job with those guys. Since we're kind of back in the fall a little bit, we want to bring out the cross country and Matt Hosey and Victor Rodriguez. Maybe not setting the world on fire, but certainly competing, and two super young men.
Well, you're right. You know, maybe not setting the world on fire, but going out there as seniors, as you've already mentioned, and participating, and going out there and giving their best shot, whatever that was, they did.
That's right, and I think that's what makes him one of my two favorite kids. You know, and then to tennis, the men's tennis, Bob Kraft led his group with Devin Turson and Matt Llewellyn. guess I didn't see any of those matches.
Well, I didn't have an opportunity to watch the young men play this year. I'd hoped to be able to do that. However, I have had several interviews with Coach Mitchell and talking how the young men did, and certainly a couple of them came very close to making it to the state tournament. I know that Coach Mitchell was certainly anxious about the fact that hopefully Bob Kraft and Devin Pearson as a doubles team, he really wanted to get a doubles team for the state tournament this year. But I think it's just the way the draw went in the regional tournament, and the other kids stepping up and meeting the call and playing a little bit better.
Again, mentioning Devin Pearson. Here's a kid who played football and didn't have maybe all that much success, but it was really good to see him come out and play tennis and have that kind of success. And along with Bob Kraft and Mark Llewellyn.
Well, to all of you young people, all of you seniors, with young men and women born to join.
Well, yeah, we need to mention golf.
That's right.
We've
That's
got
right. We do need to mention golf, and Courtney Eukins and Nathan Sherwood.
Corey Detter is out. You know, the thing is that when we had our league meet here, they all left.
They all took off on a band trip.
That's right. So, dedication, you guys don't have it.
We hope someday you'll get it. But,
yeah. I think I understand. I would have done the same thing. But yeah, Courtney Eukins almost got into the state, I understand that.
Yeah, came very, very close. And Courtney had, you know, talking about how he did throughout the season with football game. This hadn't been one of Courtney's better years and hadn't really, I guess, performed to his potential at this point. But when it comes down to crunch time, regional time, he did.
He did. So, guys, just on my part of it, I can't, you know, I'm sorry to see you go, but I can't wait till next year either, though. But it's been a great year and it's been a lot of fun. You're a good group of people.
I second that. I just can't say enough good things about each and every one of you, how you displayed your personalities, your skills, and provided your experience and your leadership throughout the entire 1991 season and the entire school year, not only in your academics, your athletic field of endeavor, but also your many other activities. And you're just a super group of young people, and wish you a lot of luck as you go on, whether it be to college or whether it be to a job somewhere or wherever it may be in life.
This is Eric Hayden, sending out an inspirational rap to the Concordia High School boys basketball team en route to a second place finish in the NCKL League for a great many years. I think it's going to be a great finish. So here's from Eric Hayden.